Today, I will tour the central Kuala Lumpur area and its famous landmarks. We'll start by going to the top of the largest telecommunications tower in the area, the KL Tower. The views from up high are breathtaking. Then, we'll tour the KLCC Park and visit the Suria KLCC Mall. To top off the day, we'll catch some great views of Kuala Lumpur from up high at the Vertigo bar. Join me on this tour of exciting Kuala Lumpur and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting Husmeister adventures. Good morning everybody, I'm here at the KL Tower. There's a free shuttle ride behind me. So when you come to the KL Tower, which is the big tower up there, at the entrance point, if you're walking here, like I am today, I chose to walk, you can grab a free shuttle. It takes you right up to the top because the road is quite steep and windy going all the way up. It's okay to walk here, but if you're really tired and you don't want to walk the rest of the way up, there's a shuttle here, it's free. It's a beautiful morning once again here in KL. My travels are continuing in Kuala Lumpur. Great city, one of my favorite cities. It's just so easy. It's so easy to eat, it's so easy to get around, it's so easy to talk to people, it's so easy to do things. I've done a lot here. I went to Ipoh and came back as well. So I'm still full of energy. Ironically, I would have thought I would have, gotten really tired by now, but I'm doing really well. And today I just want to explore some of the more local places after the KL Tower. It's something that I haven't done, so I really want to get up there and see the views of Kuala Lumpur. I have seen the views of the Petronas Towers, and that's awesome, but I thought while I'm here, might as well do KL Tower as well. Let's get the shuttle and go up. Wow, look at this. There's actually a green turf lawn, synthetic turf, all the way up, and there's people here taking photos, there's people here just hanging out and having a coffee. This is beautiful. And you're very elevated, and you can see the major buildings in the background, see the skyscrapers, and then there's that side, that's like the residential area, but also skyscrapers. This is beautiful. Up here behind me, there's the tower, but then there's this, it's like a golf driving range. It's fantastic. This is really good. People taking selfies. The weather's actually good as well. It's not too hot. So if it was really hot, you probably don't want to hang around here too much. But this is really nice. This is like a really nice space. The tower. This is awesome. You got some nice trees in the background. Very nice. And there's the Petronas Towers are over there. Just right there. At the time of my visit, the cost to go up to the tower was equivalent to $20 Australian. You can buy your ticket from the automated machine for a quick service and then wait your turn to go up to the top using the lift. The lift is cool and it keeps you informed about how high you really are above the ground. So we're up on the observation deck now. Great views, sweeping views of Kuala Lumpur all the way around. You can really see the city growing from here. You can see where the traditional suburbs of the kampungs, village areas were, and then you can see the city growing with the skyscrapers, and there's just a massive urban sprawl that goes out as far as the eye can see. And then we'll walk over here as well. There's a great view of the Petronas Towers. Last time I went on the Petronas Towers and I could see the KL building. Now it's a bit strange being on the opposite end and seeing the Petronas Towers. Nice, it's a nice place. Tokyo Skytree, 634 meters. That's the biggest. On display in the observation deck are the tallest communication towers in the world. The KL Tower is in 7th place at 421 metres high, just behind the Milad Tower in Tehran, Iran. In first place is the Tokyo Skytree at 634 metres high. Here are the Petronas Towers from a different view. We're currently in the KL Tower, and this is the view that you have of the sparkling, beautiful twin towers right across from us. Not too far away, you can actually walk there. And there's Kampung Baru. Kampung Baru is one of the last traditional villages that are left in Kuala Lumpur. As you can see, there's skyscrapers towering all the way around Kampung Baru, and that's where most of the migrants and some say refugees live as well. Apparently there's good food there, so we will be visiting there to try some Indonesian food, I believe. It's meant to be really good and very, very traditional. The morning really is the best time to come here. As you can see behind me, there's not too many people, and it's very easy to kind of jump on one of the telescopes and have a look out and kind of walk around the whole perimeter of the place at ease. I'd say, look, morning is always the best time to go out visiting in Asia. Once it hits about lunchtime, the crowds start rolling in. It's very pleasant, nice air conditioning up here as well. I'd say, you know, half an hour up here and you're done. I think that's sufficient. So for the people that don't know, the KL Tower is a telecommunications tower that is here in Kuala Lumpur. You can climb up to the top where I am, which is the observation deck, and the actual tower itself, including the antenna to the top, is 421 meters. And then there's a floor space where I am, where you can walk around and get 360 views of the whole city. In addition to that, there's a sky deck at the top, and that sky deck has views of the city in a glass cube or cage or viewing point, and it costs a little bit more to go up there, and I guess that's a little bit more for the thrill seekers. It's approximately $60 to go up there, whereas here is about 20 Australian dollars. This is still pretty good. If you don't want to go up there, if that's not your thing, that's fine, because you can still get a great view of the whole city. And at the bottom, as you saw, there's communal spots. People are sitting around enjoying coffee, tea. There's food as well. And I think there's a restaurant in the building as well. But this is pretty good. If you're in KL, this is definitely something that you can come and have a look at during the day. And you can fill in easy 30 minutes to 1 hour minimum of your time, depending on how long you want to stay here. It's important to pay attention to the signs of interest that are on the actual glass. It gives you a bit of information about what you're looking at, and most of the time it's kind of historical information. It's really good, it's really helpful, and then you kind of get your bearings around what direction you're looking into of Kuala Lumpur. Really good. I'm enjoying my time here today. It's well worth it. After approximately 1 hour at the KL Tower, I head back down. I take one last look around at the impressive decorations of the tower and make my way to the KLCC Park. This is an impressive green 50-acre park in the heart of the city. Salamat pagi from KL. I'm doing the super touristy stuff today. No double guessing for where I am at the moment. And you see that all the way up there? Yes, that's right, that's the Petronas Towers, and I'm at KLCC. It's always hot when I come to this spot. Every single time I come here it's hot, and especially in that area there, it's always really hot. So I tend to come to the back end here where there's some trees, and I like sitting here and having a view of the Petronas on either side. And there's a beautiful fountain in the middle here as well, and behind me there's a nice little park up here, so I'll probably go there shortly walk around in the shade around there, but it is hot, so you just got to be careful not to be in the sun too much. Make sure you wear a hat, make sure you wear some glasses, protect yourself. But I like this area. I caught the train here. It's not too far from where I'm staying in Chinatown. This is the new flashy end of KL. I like the old town, but I like also opting in and coming and seeing what the new area has got to offer. And it's got a lot to offer. There's a lot of, stores and malls and eateries and flashy food to eat and bakeries, which are my favorite, of course. So this is it. This is beautiful KL. Birds are chirping, people are out, tourists are here. It's all happening in KL. I'm going to give my opinion about something, and that involves a selfie. So if you want the best photo of these two beauties behind me, I'd say come right out to the park area, come out beyond that bridge that you see right behind me right there, and come into this section of the park, because you've got a better view of the towers from here. And if you stand right over here near the dolphin, or I think it's a whale, it's in the water, I'd say you get the best selfie right here of the Twin Towers, of the Petronas Towers. So come to this back end area. There's also a little area where the kids can go swimming as well. So who said that there's no greenery in Kuala Lumpur? It's beautiful. Look at this. Right in the heart of the city, there's greenery, there's water. You can sit here for a few hours and just cool down under the trees. If you step away from the trees, it is quite warm, but underneath these trees it's beautiful. Look, you can sit on the grass here. You can have a little picnic and just enjoy the day. There's a lot of families here. And then if you kind of, think you've had enough of this area, go back into the malls. There's air-conditioned malls everywhere. It's really good. I quite love KL. It's got a lot of good draw points for tourists to come here. And the best thing about all of this is Malaysia gives Australians a 3-month visa. So you can stay here for a long time and just enjoy all of this and really take your time to enjoy it. That's what I love about Malaysia. Things seem to go a bit slower and you get the time to kind of enjoy what you want to do, whether it's eating or whether it's sightseeing. Great place. I'm up on the bridge now. Behind me is the Petronas. In front of me is the water feature and the gardens. Peaceful part of town, but it is hot. Just gonna wander around this area, head down that way, see what else we can find. Such a beautiful part of town. I just want to kind of take a few seconds to show you what it looks like. This is the bridge right here, and then you can exit off the other side and go into the gardens again. And if you turn that way, that's where the Petronas Towers are.
Visiting Suria KLCC never disappoints, and on this occasion there are great decorations that represent Chinese culture, and the level of detail is impressive. I also happened to come across a bakery store which has an enticing store presentation and newly baked buns coming out of the oven. Yum. As always, I cannot resist and I decide on 2 buns that I haven't eaten before. Green tea red bean mochi and a coconut bun. Which one is the best? Let's find out.
Warm and coconutty on the inside. Very nice. Sugary as well. The coconut bun is chock filled with filling.
Time for the matcha and red bean bun. Oozing with goodness. Also very warm, fresh out of the oven. You can see the matcha, see the green parts in there, the green matcha, and then it's got the red bean paste in the middle. I also like the green colour they've given it inside, and the matcha taste is also not too intense. And the winner is the matcha red bean paste bun. It's not as sugary and it's not as intense as the coconut bun. Very good. After a pleasant few hours at Suria KLCC, I'm ready to move on again. I'll leave you with some picturesque footage of KL from a rooftop bar at night. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and a big adios from the Hassmeister.